Yo, what is up, everyone? It's Haku here again from Kaizen Tattoo Studio. Do we say that? That is my tattoo studio anyway. So if you don't already follow us on there, jump on Instagram, Kaizen Tattoo Studio. Sneaky little plug at the start there, but yeah, Haku again, and I'm doing another part of the All You Need to Know About Japanese Tattoo series. So today I want to talk about some less common things that are spoken about in Japanese tattoos. I mean, maybe around other Japanese tattooers it's pretty common, but I guess most normal folk don't know about it. But I just want to give these things a little bit of recognition that they deserve. And in my personal opinion, they're like really fucking cool, but I just don't think a lot of people know about them, and that's why they're not as popular of a topic or common subject that people get tattooed. So hopefully this enlightens some people, you learn something new, and you go and get a cool tattoo of these. Like the more common ones are dragons and tigers and kois, like everyone knows that sort of stuff, and don't get me wrong, that's cool, and I still enjoy doing those things. I probably tattoo these things more than anything, but hopefully you guys learn about these things today, and it encourages you to go look at some of these things, research on Google, learn a bit more about them, because I think that's mainly what it is. Like a lot of the things that people don't get tattooed, they're just not knowledgeable about them. So hopefully you get a little bit enlightened and learn some cool stuff today, and yeah, go get a cool tattoo of a Yurei or a Kirin, which on that note is what I'm going to be talking about today. So the first one is Yurei or Yokai, whichever one you prefer. They're different. I'm going to explain both of them in this video anyway. And the other one is a Kirin, which personally is one of my favorite mythological creatures in Asian culture, which it's not just a Japanese mythical creature. Like I'm pretty sure that the Koreans believe in them too, and the Chinese. So yeah, without further ado, we'll get stuck into it. I'm also in my home studio. I call it studio, but it's just like my gaming room, and it's trash, so don't mind the mess behind me. You won't be looking at me this whole video anyway. I'm gonna post some overheads of the actual Yurei, Yokai, and Kirin, so like ukiyo-e and reference photos to them, like some really good ones, so that hopefully you can get an idea of what they look like and maybe look like in a tattoo. I'll post reference photos of people that have them tattooed. I actually have a Kirin tattooed on my left arm, which I'll get a better shot of it and post it in the video for you. And I'll post overhead videos of me tattooing, so you're not going to be watching just me talk and ramble on for the next 10 minutes. But anyway, without further ado, we'll get stuck into it. So let's go. Okay, so first off, we're going to talk about the Yurei and the Yokai, or Obake, less commonly used, but we'll start off with the Yurei and the Yokai. So Yurei are figures in Japanese folklore, and in Western culture, it's the similar concept to ghosts. The name consists of two kanji, yu, meaning faint or dim, and re, meaning soul or spirit. Alternative names include bore, meaning ruined or departed spirit, and shi-ryo, meaning dead spirit, or the more encompassing yokai or obake. Like their Western counterparts, they are thought to be spirits barred from a peaceful afterlife. So yokai, if you guys have actually ever seen any of the photos of them, they're like really funny looking dudes. And obake, there's pretty much in Japanese folklore, there's a yokai and an obake for honestly everything. Like there's sandals, shoji screens, umbrellas, like they all pretty much come back in folklore. From what I've read, they all kind of come back and haunt you if you mistreat anything. So I think that's also another reason why Japanese have like deep respect for almost everything in their culture, because maybe they just get it the shit scared out of them when they're young kids. You know, the parents are saying, if you mistreat your shoes, I'll come back and haunt you. And I've heard of stories and read of stories of, like, you know, the shoji screens, like the paper door screens that divide rooms. You know, if you poke holes in them and you don't fix them, or you disrespect the doors, they'll grow eyes in the holes and watch you while you sleep and stuff like that. So maybe it's just a scare tactic, but hey, if it works, yeah. But yeah, if you've ever seen any of the yokai or obake, they're pretty funny looking little dudes. Okay, And continue on here. According to traditional Japanese beliefs, all humans have a spirit or soul called reikon. When a person dies, the reikon leaves the body and enters a form of purgatory, where it awaits the proper funeral and post-funeral rites to be performed so that it may join its ancestors in the afterlife. If this is done correctly, the reikon is believed to be a protector of the living family and to return yearly in August during the Obon festival. However, if the person dies in a sudden or violent manner, suicide, if the proper rites have not been performed, or if they are influenced by powerful emotions such as the desire for revenge, jealousy, or love, hatred, or sorrow, the reikon is believed to transform into a yurei, which can then bridge the gap back to the physical world. The emotion or thought need not be particularly strong or driven. Once a thought enters the mind of a dying person, their yurei will come back to complete the action that last thought of before returning to the cycle of reincarnation. The yurei then exists on Earth until it can be laid to rest, either by performing the missing rituals or resolving the emotional conflict that still ties it to the physical plane. If the rituals are not completed or the conflict left unresolved, the yurei will persist on its haunting. So yeah, guys, after that little blurb about the Yurei and the Yokai and stuff like that, if you look it up on Google and stuff, you can find some really awesome stories. Like they're just essentially Japanese ghost stories. So look some of them up. I'm not going to go into further detail on them in this video because honestly, some of the stories I could read out would go on forever. But I'm pretty sure like The Ring, the horror movie The Ring, is based off a Japanese Yurei, which came back and I've read the story before, but yeah, it's like I said, it's a long story. Anyway, that's based off one, and it's pretty creepy if you read the actual Japanese depiction of it, and I think The Grudge is too. So they're like ghost stories. Anyway, do your own research. There's some really cool ones out there. There's some really creepy ones. There's hundreds of them too, like different ghosts and little demons and stuff depicted. So yeah, go and do your own research and you'll find some really cool stuff. But yeah, let's get into talking about the Kirin. By the way, guys, if you like this shirt that I'm wearing, I'm going to do a little sneaky plug here. These are available on my website, kaizenfightco.com. So jump on there, support the channel, support me. There's other styles on there. We sell BJJ and MMA gear on there too, like gloves and stuff. If you don't do jiu-jitsu or MMA, we sell boxing gloves, hand wraps, stuff like that. And we've got just casual shirts listed on there too, socks, just accessories, gym towels, so you can still use stuff like that for your training and things. So yeah, if you want to support me and the channel, go over to the website, have a look at our stuff, buy something. That'll mean the world to me. It helps me keep going, keep motivated. But even if you just follow our Instagram, Kaizen Fight Co, and yeah, just all that stuff is highly appreciated. So sneaky little plug there. But anyways, back to the video. Sorry, guys. Okay, now on to the Kirin. In Asian mythology, the Kirin is a benevolent, mythical creature often depicted as a deer or horse-like beast with dragon scales. It represents good luck, morality, and the arrival of a new sage or ruler. Kirin are typically described as having the body of a deer or horse, with ox-like tails and hooves, and sometimes antlers or horns. They sometimes, well, in the paintings I'll show you, and tattoos, they have beards too, if you want to call them beards. They are often depicted with dragon scales, and they may have holy flames surrounding them, which honestly most dragons do too. Kirin are considered symbols of good luck, prosperity, and benevolence. They are seen as judges of morality, punishing the wicked and protecting the righteous. Okay guys, so there you go. That's today's video. I hope you learned something new. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, like, subscribe, share, all that jazz. More videos coming soon. I'm really gonna push hard for it for the rest of the year and in the future, obviously. I really want to give this YouTube thing a crack. Like I said in my other video, if you guys didn't watch it, but I really want to pursue this seriously. It's not just going to be about Japanese tattoos. So if you're only here for the Japanese tattoos, that's sweet. But if I post a video that's not related, just don't watch it. You don't have to comment on there and say anything hard or harsh or anything. Just skip by, man. But anyway, other than that, thank you for the continuing support. I hope you learned something. Make Kirin's cool, because I love Kirin's. So go get a Kirin tattoo. Come see me to get a Kirin tattoo. How's that one? Other than that, I'll post all my links below for all my Instagram handles, websites, whatever else. And thank you for the continuing support. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Love you guys. So I just had another quick thought too. On that note about talking about other things, not just Japanese tattoo related, if you guys want to know anything about Japanese culture in general, if I can answer it and you would like to see a video on stuff like that, post below what you would like to see. If you have any questions, whether it be about the Yakuza, how the trains work, how they make sushi, I don't know, just post suggestions down below of stuff like that you'd like to know about Japanese culture. And if I have the answers, I'll try and answer it as best I can in a video. And if it's something cool, I'll make a video of it. So post those below. And again, love you guys. Peace. See you in the next one.